Alright, so I just want to go through this really quick. I know I presented it before, I just want to go back over it real quick. So basically, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin's a cryptocurrency. Basically, you can spend it online, it's stored digitally, it's backed up by a market system, so I guess its value comes from market speculation by traders. Some more on cryptocurrencies and the various categories of them. Alright, so this is the past of Bitcoin. Basically, back in the 80s, David Chaum came up with this idea for blind signatures for untraceable payments, which is some of the basics of where Bitcoin came about, the idea of having two keys and being able to pass information along a system of a public ledger. So basically making all payments public, but the owners of those payments be private. Just the basic ideas of it. Nice update graphic. Another idea was e-gold, where you're backing up a digital currency with actual gold bullion, and ultimately it failed because of it was used for, I guess, child pornography and some really untasteful things. Then there was Linden Labs. Linden Labs was basically they had Second Life, and Second Life is a massive open world MMO, and you can build and do anything. There are actual economies within the game itself, and they use the Linden dollar. It's basically just another exchange that I want to go over. Some nice info. And then there is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is, I guess, what people are trying to develop currently. It's a solution to online digital payments, and for the purpose of the rest of this presentation, that's really all you need to know. I'm going to move right on to the future of Bitcoin. Right, so Namecoin. Namecoin is the first fork of Bitcoin code. And so basically what Namecoin does is it uses the public ledger that was built by Bitcoin, and it hosts domain names. And so in this way, it's a decentralized domain name system. And so basically, Namecoin distributes .bit domains, and these .bit domains are distributed independent of the ICANN society, the ICANN community, and I forget what it exactly stands for, but it's the International something of naming, and basically they just say what domains can be taken, what can't. They're in charge of creating .com, .net, .biz, all that good stuff. And the idea behind creating the .bit domain is that it's more resistant to government censorship. As I have up here, there aren't that many .bit domains, but some of the interesting ones are Tesla Motors and WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks being there obviously because a lot of people want to take the site down. They don't want information being distributed. An alternative to .bit sites is Tor. And Tor is basically a system for hiding web pages, and it works fairly well. It's been fairly popular with a couple online drug communities, most notably Silk Road, which was taken down in, I think, 2011. The problem with using Tor to hide pages from, I guess, nefarious organizations is that the NSA considers it a terrorist program, and so they see the potential to hide child pornography, to distribute illicit content, and they don't like Tor. And so really, a lot of people who go and view Tor, or even the site, or Tor websites, or subdomains, or anything like that, get labeled as terrorists. And so really the idea behind .bit is to provide a level of security for individuals to host content that maybe the government doesn't want you hosting, but also then to not make your users have to be targeted by the government. So basically .bit domains can be viewed by anyone. You don't need some complicated setup. You don't need to know a whole lot about the technology in order to use it. You just have to go to your browser and go to the domain site .bit. And so it basically takes a lot of the complication and a lot of the possible, I guess, issues with being labeled a terrorist away. I have a little bit more, but I'm going to jump to this. This is my site running on on Namecoin. This is my Namecoin wallet. So this is my Namecoin application. Basically, the way it works is you can submit names. I wish the resolution on the screen was a little bit better. You can submit domain names to Namecoin, and it'll be put on their public ledger. So they have a system of, I guess, named attributes through JSON. So there is basically on the Namecoin, I guess, database, if you want to think about it that way. There's a line of code that says that these servers host this domain, and basically it's not connected to my identity. Instead, it's only connected to my wallet address, and basically I own it for however many blocks, which is another topic I'd have to go in depth about. But basically I just have it for a set period of time. I paid like maybe 30 cents for this domain, and I'll have it for like, I don't know, at least a couple months, like maybe even a year. When I initially got the domain, my domain was set to expire in 32,000 blocks. There are only 2,000 blocks have passed, and it's been a month. So projecting that number, it should be something like 18 months, and I only have to pay like 30 cents. Basically, I'm not trying to educate everyone on what exactly this is. I'm just trying to say that there are a lot of new and exciting ideas and applications that can be built on Bitcoin and other altcoins. And so that's the future of Bitcoin. And so now I'm going to quickly jump into the state of the field and where my project comes in. Alright, so this is the state of the field of Bitcoin websites. There are exchanges like Bitfinex. Bitfinex is a Hong Kong-based Bitcoin exchange. It has markets for Bitcoin, Darkcoin, and Litecoin. They're just some altcoins, some versions of Bitcoin. They introduce some interesting features. The site has margin trading. It's fairly complex, and there's a whole lot of finance involved in it. I name it because it's out there, because it's important and it should really be known. Cryptsy is another exchange. Cryptsy is most notable because it has over 200 altcoins that can be traded for Bitcoin or US dollar even. Gotta move on to market analysis, which really is going over the information on exchanges. And so it's a way of analyzing exchanges. And so here we have CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap basically they track all the different exchanges for Bitcoins and altcoins, and they try and rank them. I'm gonna show you that real quick. Might be useful. Anyway, here's CoinMarketCap. Basically, it just shows here's a bunch of different Bitcoins and altcoins. And basically, it shows you the market cap, which is how much money is invested in the currency at one time. I don't know if you can see this, but by Bitcoin it says $4.7 billion. So some of these are like, you know, there's a lot of money in it, some of them there isn't. Here's Namecoin, which I showed you earlier, only has 9 million. It's just a lot of information, statistics, and analysis. And I'm not trying to teach anyone about this. I'm trying to say it's here and it's a component of, I guess, Bitcoins and the, I don't know, just the ecosystem. Jumping back. Yeah, CoinMarketCap, like I said, a lot of exchange statistics and analysis. Then there are crypto analysis sites, crypto being cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Darkcoin. The most notable of those sites is CoinGecko, and as you can see from this is their homepage. They basically try and rate different coins on different attributes like developer activity, the community, how many people you have subscribed to your subreddit. I mean, there's some things that are a little out there, but I mean, it's fairly useful, it's interesting, it's a nice way to organize information. And then we get to finance, which is really what I'm trying to do. We have sites like Cryptfolio, and basically what these finance sites are doing is they're trying to say, they're really just trying to organize your information for you. So, like I might have an account on exchange, and I'll be trading, and you know, I might do that for a couple of days, and within a couple of days I've already made like 15 or 20 trades, but you know, I can't really get aggregate statistics about my trading. There aren't really any sites that handle that, but the ones that do are like Cryptfolio. Cryptfolio tracks your portfolio. It's kind of limited right now. What Cryptfolio tries to do is it'll take your actual wallet, like my Namecoin wallet. So my Namecoin wallet has a address attached to it. Like here's my address. And so it'll track your address. It'll track any changes to your address. It can also track mining pools. I personally don't like the approach that Cryptfolio has taken. I think it'd be a lot more useful if you could submit balances and changes to your balances, which again I'll get to in a minute. Here's Crypto Finance, which is another site. Not much to say here, it's just another finance site and another attempt at organizing trade information. And so this is the end of the presentation, and so here's my site. This is it online. It's up online and it works. It's obviously not finished. This is a prototype. Although I do have a more current prototype that I'm running on my laptop right now. So maybe we could just sign in real quick. Nice if I could actually see this on my screen.
By the way, to zoom in, he's using holding out Option.
Control and 2 fingers.
So it's Control and 2 fingers. If you're on a Mac and you need to do that, it's a really nice technique that you're doing.
So, okay, this is basically what I have. So you can go to your balances. Here you can see I have a bunch of balances set up. So I basically sort by the market that you're trading against. So all of these cryptocurrencies here are being traded against Bitcoin. All of the ones here are being traded against fiat. Fiat being government currency. I'm working on better systems of detail. Eventually you'll be able to submit to US dollar or Chinese yuan or euro or pretty much whatever you want. There'll be a whole bunch of lookup tables, and basically this is what I've been able to produce in like the last 2 weeks. But anyway, so let's go look at a actual balance. So here's I am trading Doge for Bitcoin on Bittrex. Bittrex is a exchange. Don't use them. So this is my simplified trade submit modal, and I can submit a buy for, let's say, 10,000 Doge at 23 Satoshi.
We're having finals.
You can see it shows up. I don't have that much set up right now. I mean, I just barely got this working. You can see I'm outputting some code just so I know what I'm actually doing. But so the order goes through. It shows up as a buy on this balance, and that's really about it for this page. I also have more actions. There's a more full trade submit. So from this submission, I can submit to any of my exchanges. I select my exchange I'm submitting to, and then within that, I can select a balance on that exchange, and then submit to that. You can also submit additional info over here. But basically, the idea behind this site, I mean, I could just keep on going on, but the basic idea behind this site is, I don't like this one, sorry. The basic idea is that you create a balance, and then you can submit to it. You can submit information to it. So, I can create any account, any balance on any exchange. I can submit to it. I can track buys and sells. Eventually, there's going to be some level of analysis. There'll be graphs. You can open and close positions. A whole ton of crazy stuff. Right now, I'm only on version 001. Like, this is not even like beginning to get to where I'm trying to get to. Like, I'm trying to build something a lot bigger than this, and this is really just a working idea. And I guess that's really it. This is my idea. This is what I have.
Well, you've come a long way since the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm hearing a different language here, and it's great. I mean, some of the words that you're fluent in, the space that you're fluent in. Where are you on your journey from? I mean, your end product is going to be this website,
Yeah.
which is going to be a hub. Where are you on your East Coast to West Coast?
I'm probably somewhere in Ohio. I had to learn.
On a toll road.
Yeah, no, I'm running this on Django, and Django is a web framework based in Python. I didn't know this until like a couple of months ago, and so like I went out, I learned the basics of it, I understand the core ideas behind it. I still need to go out and, just read into this. I have barely any understanding of the actual capabilities. I need to learn how to do this, and I also just need to put in a lot of work.
Any other questions and comments from you guys? I can see you working in the Bank of America on a corner office as a cybercrime expert, because every bank in the world is going to need someone like you who knows how this stuff works. So I don't know if this field is so new. I don't know if there is actually in business schools a branch on cyber currencies or cybercrime, and you could easily go into the law enforcement side of this, because this does attract a lot of nefarious kinds of behaviors. And if you're interested in that, I'm sure that would be something that's a job option, or you could become a criminal yourself, and that can be very lucrative. If so, I think Professor Kaipoff and I would be very interested in joining your because we're got to get rich somehow. We got to get. Anyway, good work. Thanks. It was fun.